What's up, guys? We are back once again, and we are finally going to be talking about another movie on the list that I wanted to cross out. And we are finally going to be talking about The Conjuring 3, The Devil Made Me Do It, on HBO Max right now, as well as in theaters. So I do, first off, highly recommend you guys check this out. But again, if you have not watched it, I recommend you click off the video. We are going to begin in spoiler territory. I'm going to try not to give too many spoilers away, but at the same time, you guys, if you've been following me long enough, if you're new to the channel, I try not to go into so many spoilers, but sometimes I can't help myself. By the way, I start going about the movie, I get very excited. But overall, I love horror movies, and I did enjoy this one. I've been a fan of the Conjuring universe since the very first one, and all the others I've seen now all the Conjuring, all the Annabelle, the Nun, and I think I've done all my reviews on those. I'm gonna have to re-look to see, just to make sure. But overall, very happy to see this film. You know, being a fan of I pray I'm saying her name right. Vera Farmiga returning as Lorraine Warren, Patrick Wilson returning as Ed Warren. They, being veterans in the Conjuring universe, returning as legendary roles in this, taking place in 1981, handling the Arnie Chavin, I think Chanel case, I think is how you pronounce his name. But got another actor by the name of Rui O'Connor, who is playing the man that this happened to. This is based on true events, so depending on how you guys are with true event stories or anything with the horror genre, I do highly recommend you guys check this out first off, but also if you're fans of The Conjuring to begin with, check it out. But overall, this movie takes place, like I said, in 1981, and Lorraine, they're handling a possession of a child, and when things go crazy, it causes Ed to have a heart attack, a massive heart attack that gets him into close to a coma / killing him. And then when that happens, we see where it went from a boy to, of course, Arnie, after he gave permission to have it go to him to try to save this child. But then after we see Ed recovers, and then we see Arnie have some more issues, we soon realize things are not in the clear, that he starts showing signs of possession. He, of course, kills someone, and that's how it all gets started. Of when Ed wakes up, he says that it's not done, that, of course, that this demon, this possession has taken over Arnie, and that they have to stop it. So when this happens, they try, of course, you see from the trailer, I'm not going to go in front of a judge and say he was possessed by demons. And this, what was so funny is that they're like, okay, well, if you do this, how about you come in the Annabelle? And it was funny because I believe however long after, her face just changed. So obviously she saw something that made her a believer. And I found that to be very interesting. I'd like to know what exactly happened. But we do see throughout the film, not only a new, I would say more of a dramatic change in the Warren cases, because this was not your normal possession. It was not like the other two where it was just strictly in the house, where they're always in the house and they were trying to gather evidence and everything like that. No, it had where this was not a typical possession. They had to go from multiple locations and gather the information of why this was happening, how this character was connected, how this character was connected, and it had to make sense. So I think they did a good job of that, but also I think that the way that they did this was very interesting because, again, they had to spice it up a little bit. Not everything, I guarantee you, that happened in the film happened all those years ago. But we do have where Lorraine is having more of her powers extend to where she can go into the past and look through someone else's eyes and live through what they did, as her showing the actions as well of where they were, what they did. And with Ed now having to use a cane, him having heart issues now because of this case that happened, and them trying to save this young man from getting the death penalty, very close due to him killing a man, stabbing him about 21 times, I think it was, or 26. But what was very interesting is that we also dig into the past a little bit of Ed Lorraine, them meeting when they were 17, obviously. We get to know that story. And they wanted, I think they focused on two things at once of the story of what this was, because this was not, again, your ordinary possession. This had to do with a curse. And it was a curse because there was someone trying to use different individuals of the occult. It had to deal with the occult. This is something that, again, goes on in the real world today. If you guys have seen anything with movies, reality, this goes on. There are people out there that are a part of this that are very heavily into this. Satanists, devil worshippers, cultists that are very high up in society that have been revealed time and time again. And this does get revealed that there was a character's a character that was related to another character that she got so infatuated with this that she was using it for whatever reason that was not shown, and she had to claim 3 souls so that way she could get whatever she wanted. And she, I guess, got whatever powers to use for whatever she wanted as well, which was interesting because there were some parts in the film where I'm sitting here and I'm going, okay, how that happened, and they don't really give you clarification on how that occurred. Like, they don't give you a clarification of exactly what this woman's powers was. Obviously, she was probably granted temporary powers because of her, worshipping this demon or worshipping whatever this thing was and trying to make a deal with it and trying to take away these innocent souls and give it to this demon to take to hell. So again, it was not really your normal The Conjuring. It was more along the lines of they took it another step and it worked. Now, I did enjoy this film. Was it the best Conjuring film? I would say no, but it was still good enough to watch to where I enjoyed myself and to where I sat back and I was not really on the edge of my seat per se, but I was very entertained. I wasn't glued to the TV, but I was wondering the entire time, okay, what's going to happen next? Because that's what really drew me more to this film is, okay, what's going to happen next? Why is this happening? And now that they finally introduced something that is more current in other movies to where, again, you don't have to have a bad spirit come, because it does show with evil intentions, with the talismans that we see in the trailer that does get shown, where it was in different individuals' homes and they found this, and then we see the Warrens get it at some point, where that can cause a demonic presence to come into your home, and it can cause massive issues, not only with yourself, your family, your loved ones, everything. And they really show that in this film. And also, if you don't go through with your deal with this said entity or demon or whatever have you, then again, you're going to see what happens. But again, James Wan was not at the helm for this. He was with it, so to speak. Now, again, we had Michael Chavez, who did he was a director, but it was by James Wan. Now again, not every Conjuring movie or in the universe is going to be the best one. I think that this still was a very enjoyable movie. I think it was still a very enjoyable time to just really go back into the Conjuring universe and sit there and go, okay, I want more, but at the same time, I want to know more about how this woman, this mysterious, because we have where it was a cultist that was using a demon to go after this man and kill these people and get whatever she wanted, and we get more further into why she's doing this, how she's doing this, what can they do to stop her. And we get, of course, real footage at the very end, which, again, is very amazing when they do this. But overall, like I said, a very decent movie. Is it worth going to see in theaters? Possibly, if you're up for doing that. Can you watch it on HBO Max? Yes, it is. You can watch it online for free on different sites like I've done in several in the past. But again, I really enjoy this film. Now, 1 out of 10, I give it maybe, I'll say a 9. Because, again, there was things in this film that was a little left unexplained, and I think that was just filler for the movie. I don't think it was on actual events, like what happened with Ed in the movie. I'm not entirely sure if that really actually happened, or if that was filler, or the whole thing with, I would say, with Arnie. Don't know if that was filler. Again, it's really hard to show what was filler and what was not in this movie. And when I say filler, of what actually did not happen, what really did happen in these actual events, and what did not happen. But overall, like I said, a very enjoyable movie. Go check it out if you want to see it for yourselves. If you guys are fans of the Conjuring universe, I do highly recommend you guys check it out. But if you guys are new to the channel, consider about subscribing. Leave a big like on the video if you guys enjoyed. Let me know what you guys thought about the movie down in the comments. Let's have a great discussion. Thank you for the love and support you continue to give me. I will continue to do more movies. I got more movies coming out, so stay tuned. Once again, if you guys are new to the channel, consider about subscribing. Click the notification bell so you guys are notified every time I upload. Leave a fat like on the video to greatly appreciate it. It helps get the algorithm. And as always, I'll see you guys on the next one.